Hey, welcome back everyone. Jason Hitchings here with Adept Defense, and today we are taking a look at my new Advanced Armament 762 SDN suppressor. So if you are unfamiliar with the process of purchasing a suppressor, silencer, can, or whatever terminology you want to use, I kind of want to get into that a little bit first, kind of share my experience with the purchasing process of this silencer, and then we'll get into shooting the gun and kind of demoing what it sounds like. I know the camera doesn't give you a true representation with the auto adjusting microphone and stuff on it, but it'll give you a pretty good idea with how quiet this can is on a 300 Blackout gun. So I bought this suppressor through Retro Firearms of Petoskey, Michigan, and as you all know, they're a big supporter of the channel. And I was in there early this past summer and they were telling me that they were in the process of becoming a Class 3 dealer. So I told them once they finalize all that, I'll do a suppressor purchase through them, and we kind of reached the agreement that I would be the guinea pig or the test subject of their first transaction. So kind of as that process went and they got all their licensing squared away, they got hooked up with Silencer Shop. So in Retro Firearms, they've got the electronic kiosk through Silencer Shop, and that really streamlines the process of being able to purchase a Class 3 item. It makes it as simple as it possibly could be. Now in the past, I've always kind of wanted a suppressor, but I've never really wanted to go through the process and jump through all the hoops to be able to get one, you know, not to mention the wait time for the tax stamp to come back. So, you know, I thought this was a great opportunity to jump on board, get a suppressor. I could be the first one, so they could kind of run through the process with somebody. And so kind of what that process entailed was, the first thing is I downloaded the app from Silencer Shop onto my smartphone. Now once you download that app, that lets you enter in all your personal information and then create an account, and then you have to take a picture with a white background, which kind of acts as your passport photo. So you're able to take care of all that all by yourself on their app. It probably took 5 minutes total to set it up, take the picture, enter my info, and then I was able to go into Retro Firearms to the kiosk. The kiosk has a QR reader, so when you pull up your app, you can scan it, it pulls up all your information, and then you're able to continue the process from there as far as getting your fingerprint information going. So the kiosk does all that for you. It walks you right through which hand to fingerprint next. As you lay your hand on it, it comes up on their little touch screen display. You can see your fingerprints. Once it tells you everything looks good, it captures the photo, and then you do each individual finger. Once all that information is entered in there, then the next step is to pick out what suppressor you're going to purchase. So then I went home, got on their website, did a bunch of research. I kind of decided I was going to do a 300 Blackout rifle and run subsonic ammo with it, so that would give me kind of the best performance with a suppressed gun. But I also wanted something that I could transfer over to my 5.56 rifles that I already have. So what I ended up getting was the AAC 762 SDN, which has their 51 tooth mounting system. So this suppressor, when you buy it, this one is a 30 cal can, so it was perfect for a 300 Blackout build. But then I also bought muzzle devices for my 5.56 rifles. I installed those muzzle devices, which also have the 51 tooth mounting system on it, so this suppressor just ratchets onto that system. So let me kind of show you what that's like. So this is my 300 Blackout gun that I built. It's cleared out and verified safe right now. Now, as you can see, this muzzle device is a flash hider from AAC, which has their 51 tooth mount system on it. So you take your suppressor and it's just quick attaches. You screw it on there and you can hear the ratchet click through those teeth, and then once it locks up solid, you're good to go. So it's quick and easy to transfer it from rifle to rifle as long as you have the compatible 51 tooth muzzle device. So I've got the 300 Blackout, and then I brought with me one of my 5.56 guns. Now they have different options as far as 51 tooth muzzle devices. As you could see, that 300 Blackout one was a flash hider. Now this one is a 2-port break on this gun. This is a 16-inch 5.56 with a FN cold hammer forged chrome lined barrel. I thought this would be a perfect host to be able to have that muzzle brake on it. Now if you put a muzzle brake on one of the short barreled guns like a 10.5, I also have a 10.5 5.56 AR pistol, but I didn't want to put the brake on it because they're super obnoxious if you didn't have the can mounted on the gun. But with a 16-inch, I thought it would be a good opportunity to put the 2-port brake on there and be able to test both muzzle devices. Alright, so I've got my 300 Blackout build. This one's got an 8-inch barrel. I'll kind of give you an overview of the specs of this gun after we shoot it, but I want to give you guys an example of what this sounds like with and without the suppressor on it. So I am shooting 200 grain 300 Blackout subsonic rounds, so these rounds shouldn't be fast enough to break the sound barrier, so with the suppressor on the gun they should be hearing safe, which was kind of the idea behind this build, be able to make a home defense bedside type gun that is hearing safe. So let's put some rounds through it first, unsuppressed, so you can kind of hear what that sounds like, and then we'll put the can on it and run a few more rounds through it. Alright, so that's what it sounds like unsuppressed. Definitely not hearing safe. Let me get this cleared out. Lock the bolt open, verify we're clear. Now I'm good to install our silencer. Ratchet that on. Alright, loaded back up. Now I can actually lose the hearing protection because now we're hearing safe. So now you'll be able to hear what this sounds like. Other than the slap of the bolt inside the gun, I can actually hear the rounds hitting the berm. It's so quiet and so hearing safe with this suppressor with subsonic ammo that the rounds hitting the berm is actually louder than the muzzle signature of the gun. So it's pretty impressive, but we're gonna pull this suppressor off from this gun after we clear it out, and then we're gonna put it on the 5.56. Alright, 16-inch 5.56 gun with some 55 grain full metal jacket. And this one, obviously I've got my ears back on. This one's got the 2-port brake on it, so it's gonna be really loud, unsuppressed. So I'll give you guys an idea of what that sounds like. Now, it is extremely loud with that brake on there, but the brake does a really good job at keeping that muzzle flat, and it's a very effective brake. I do like the muzzle device. So clear this back out, lock our bolt back open, install the can. Now this is supersonic ammo, so this is going to break the sound barrier, so you're going to get that crack of that with that muzzle signature of the round breaking the sound barrier. So it's definitely going to be louder than the 300 Blackout is. Plus, being that this is a 30 cal can, it's not as ideal as it could be for 5.56. If you just had a 5.56 caliber can, it would be a little bit quieter than this one, but I want to give you guys an idea of what this sounds like with the suppressor on in 5.56. So not bad at all. Still not hearing safe though, so get this cleared back out. Lock that bolt back open. So that might give you guys just a quick idea of what that suppressor sounds like with the two different calibers. Now that's kind of what I wanted, was to be able to buy a suppressor that I could swap from rifle to rifle, even though my 300 Blackout is going to be the suppressor host the majority of the time. So a quick rundown of the 300 Blackout AR pistol. Now when you decide to build a gun like this, you have to have the purpose, decided first. So the purpose of this gun was I wanted something that would be hearing safe, a good home defense, bedside type gun, but I also wanted something that was compact enough that I would be able to take it with me when I travel, when I'm downstate for training classes, something I can put into a backpack to where it's easily transported. It can come to my hotel room with me and act as like a home defense type gun for when I'm on the road as well. So with this build, I kind of went middle of the road. I didn't want to go super high-end expensive because this is not probably a gun that I'm going to shoot all the time. My BCM build is what I use for teaching carbine classes and taking carbine classes. That's kind of my hard use gun. This one I wanted to have quality. I didn't want it to be super cheap as far as the budget side of it goes. I wanted something that I could rely on, being that it was a defensive gun. So what I did with this one is I bought a complete pistol lower from Palmetto State Armory. This is their pistol lower that has the SB3 adjustable brace on it, so you can adjust the length of pull. So when you do mount this, it is comfortable. I've had some of the other braces to where they were a really short length of pull and they were not adjustable, and it just seems like you're really scrunched in and it's not very comfortable to run those guns. So I definitely wanted this brace on it. And then it has the Magpul grip, the Magpul enhanced trigger guard on it, and then it has Palmetto's premium trigger in it, which is basically coated and polished, so it's a little bit smoother than a mil-spec trigger, a little bit lighter, without being crazy light or anything like that. So as far as the upper of this build goes, I did Palmetto's premium upper, which is an 8-inch 300 Blackout, as I said. This one is an FN cold hammer forged chrome line barrel. So that was kind of the thing that I really wanted on this. I wanted a high quality barrel because I knew I was going to suppress it. And I've heard if you go super cheap on the barrel, sometimes the way that the barrel is cut, you can have baffle strikes. So I wanted the FN barrel and I wanted it to be chrome lined. So I went with their premium upper, which also has the M-Lock handguard on it. So I've got some options as far as what I mount as far as accessories goes. And accessories on this gun so far, I just have a Surefire X300 light mounted on the top of it. I've got a hand stop on it just to give me a consistent point of reference for my hand to go, which also orientates my hand to be able to activate the light when I need to. So so far I'm liking it quite a bit. I just have a Vortex red dot on it, not magnified, because the purpose of this gun, I don't need a magnified optic on it. I'm trying to keep it lightweight. And as far as the bolt carrier group, I went with a Toolcraft nickel boron coated bolt carrier group. This is their premium full auto bolt carrier system. So I thought, as far as the barrel and the bolt carrier group, in my opinion, are kind of the heart of your rifle as far as whether it's going to run well and be reliable. So I wanted the FN barrel and then a good bolt carrier group. I thought these paired pretty well. And for charging handle, I've got an ambi charging handle, which does have gas relief ports in the charging handle. So it's made for suppressed fire, so it kind of relieves some of that gas pressure so you don't have any blowback in your face. And shooting this suppressed, I have not experienced any gas to the face, so it's really pleasant to shoot. And then the final thing as far as this build goes is the Law folder that I put on it. Like I said, I wanted it to be travel friendly, backpack friendly. So with this Law folder, with a simple push of the button, it folds over in this configuration, which fits nicely into a low profile backpack, so it's really easy to transport. I'm sure you guys will see more of this gun on the channel in the future. Any questions that you guys have on it, drop it in the comment section. Any changes I make on this gun or any issues that I ever have with it, I'll keep you guys updated with that. I'm Jason Hitchings with Adept Defense. Seek training, become Adept.